Hey, it's Saucy Mouth, and today I'm going to show you this quick, simple, easy meal that you can use your leftover turkey, chicken, ham, whatever you have that after a holiday, you know, we all get these big birds or we have these big pieces of meat that are left over and we don't know what to do with them. I mean, yeah, we can make the typical sandwich, but there's also another way that I can show you how to make it with some noodles and turn it into a casserole. So today I'm going to show you how to do my turkey casserole. So to get started for today's casserole, I'm going to need turkey, onions, and garlic. Then I'm also going to need noodles. I have one bag, which is 16 ounces of egg noodles, and I'm going to put it in. I already have water boiling here. I'm going to put the whole bag in. And we're just going to let that cook. Let's see, oh, here's my spoon. We're just going to let this cook until it's al dente. But in the meantime, while that is cooking, we're going to get together all of our other stuff. I have a half of a white onion that we're going to chop up here real quick. So we've chopped up the onion. What I'm going to do in a small frying pan, and I've put a tablespoon of olive oil in, is I'm going to saute these onions. So I'm going to throw that in. Okay. Now the onions are in. Now I have 2 cloves of garlic I'm just going to add in. I'm actually going to do a rough chop. So I've chopped up the garlic. I'm going to throw that in with the onions and let that cook now and saute. We want the onions to kind of turn a translucent color. Next, what I'm going to do is I have my leftover turkey. I'm going to need about 2 to 2.5 cups of turkey, and I'm just going to dice it up. And I may have a little more than 2.5 cups, but I just wanted to use up my leftovers. So next, while we're waiting for the noodles to cook and the onions to saute, check on those. Alright, they're looking great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take 1 can of condensed, it's actually a soup, but it's a cream of mushroom. And we're going to put that whole can in here. I'm going to get it all. Okay. So we have the can of cream of mushroom, then I have a 1/2 cup of milk that I'm going to add in. And then this is where I'm going to add my seasonings. Right now I'm going to add in my Saucy seasoning. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. If you don't have my Saucy seasoning, you can use any other seasoning that you'd like, whatever you use, a general seasoning salt, something that has some flavor to it. Then I'm also going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning and add that in just for a little more flavor. Good. With that, we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I just really like to have my casseroles really good and seasoned, especially with the turkey. This turkey wasn't really on top of the bird where the seasoning was, and sometimes turkey doesn't get fully seasoned. So that's why I'm adding the seasoning in now. The next thing I'm going to add in is a tablespoon of diced pimentos. And I couldn't, at my grocer today, they didn't have fresh ones and I was totally bummed, so I had to buy the can. But it'll still work. And if you want more of the peppers, you're definitely welcome to add more. So I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Alright, that's coming together well. The only other thing I'm going to add in is since I have it open, is I have some white wine. I'm just going to pour a little bit in just for some extra flavor. I like it. You may not, so you don't have to add the wine. Love my wine, and I love it when I cook. So I'm going to set this to the side. Really, I can't do anything else besides I can grease up my pan that I'm going to put my casserole in. I have a 13 by 9 pan that I'm going to be placing my casserole in. So until the noodles become al dente and the onions are done sauteing, we just need to sit and wait because we can't add cheese and the peas and the turkey until the next step, until they're all finished. So everything is ready to move on to the next step. I'm going to take our sauteed onions and pour them in here in we'll call it our little gravy mixture for right now. We'll mix that together, get those covered real well. Now I'm going to add in our turkey. We'll just throw all of this in. Okay, then we'll do the peas, and I have a ½ cup of frozen peas that I thawed out. And at this point you can add in whatever vegetable you'd like. So if people don't like peas, you could probably do carrots if you'd like. You can even do the vegetable medley, or different, whatever kind of vegetables you'd like. Okay, so this is all mixed really well. I'm gonna add in cheese. I have a cup of cheddar cheese. Okay, so we gotta add this mixture and the noodles together, but let me take a drink real quick. Let's bring it over here. You might have to do half the noodles at a time if you want, just so it doesn't get too messy. Now, I'm using store-bought noodles because I like egg noodles for when I cook a noodle casserole. I also find that making homemade noodles takes a little bit more time, and when we're in a hurry and we've had a long day at work, store-bought noodles are the easiest way to go. So everything is mixed really well in the bowl, and we have our pan here that I have pre-greased, and our oven is set to 350 degrees. I'm going to pour all this in. Let's see if I can do it. There. And now I'm just going to even it out. Then what you can do with this, if you'd like, is you can top it off, pour some breadcrumbs over the top if you want it to have that. You can take a bag of potato chips, crunch up some potato chips, put it on the top if you want like the crunchy taste. You can get the onions, the dried onions, or the fried onions, excuse me, but whatever you want, you can top it off here. You can even add more cheese. I just like to keep mine like this. I may add a little bit more cheese on the top just to make it ooey gooey. This is going to go in the oven at 350 degrees, like I said, for about 20 to 25 minutes. So I have taken out the turkey casserole, and it smells so good. And it started to brown on the top, and that's kind of when I knew that it was ready. You could hear it kind of bubbling, all the liquids in there, and I knew that it was ready. I'm going to dish this up. Like I said, this is a quick, simple, easy meal that you can put together with whatever leftover meat that you have, and to make a quick dinner for those, you know, long days at something, or if you just need to use your leftovers. It's a perfect meal. All right. That is really good. I can taste the spices in it, the turkey, the noodles, and then the peas and the pimento. This is an excellent dish. I really hope you try this for anything that you have leftovers of that you just need to get rid of. This is super easy. You should always have noodles in your cupboard. That should be easy. Cream of mushroom soup, you probably already have too in your cupboard. And then throw in whatever vegetables and meat that you have and put it together and make a nice little casserole to have at home. So check out my website at www.saucymouth.com. I really hope you check out my website, subscribe to my YouTube, and as always, enjoy. Thanks.